Hey everyone, I hope you guys are doing well. So welcome back to another Talkin Thursday. So I'm going to be trying out some new products and stuff and do a little chit chat. So today I had to go to the doctor and it was supposed to be at 1 o'clock, but I went in early because just to pick up prescriptions, and I called and I didn't call. I asked the reception if she could call the nurse to see if I could be seen. So I got to be seen right then, so that was awesome. And then I called Sephora to see if they had the Naked 3 in. And they're like, yeah, we have a few left. It launched last night. And I'm thinking to myself, why didn't I get an invite? Because this is just Rachel CC cream. Why didn't I get an invite since I'm a VIB Rouge? And, you know, I find that being a Rouge doesn't matter. Like, I don't know, I've never been invited to any events or anything. I've never got any perks out of it so far. So, I don't know if you guys have had that experience. You know, if you're a Rouge member, let me know. I don't know, but I did get my hands on the Naked 3, which I was excited about. I was gonna wait for a while, but I decided, heck, why not just do it, because I'll be thinking about it and wanting it. And it was funny because this morning my friend Diane, she lives in she's Cat W Magic here on YouTube, and she messaged me like at 6 o'clock in the morning, and well, this Laura Mercier came out all watery. Let me shake it. She messaged me and said, get your booty up, time to go get the Naked palette. So I looked at it and I'm like, back to bed, right? And then Danny, I don't know how he knew. I must have told him or something. He's like, get your booty up. You gotta go get the Naked 3 palette. I just thought it was funny that he mentioned it. So, I thought that was cute. So, this is the Laura Mercier in Soft Ivory. It looks yellow toned, which I can go yellow or pink toned. It doesn't matter. It seems very opaque. And it has an interest. Smells like chocolate fudge or something. Just gonna use my fingers a little bit to spread the product out. It is a little yellow, but you know, I can make it work with like my prolongware concealer and stuff, you know. So it's so nice to have water back, you guys. Oh my gosh, it's like going without water for 4 days was miserable. And I called my mom and she's like, well, I used to have the same problem at, you know, my ex-husband's house. And I'm like, well, what did you do? She's like, we put heaters underneath the sink. And that's what I did, because Danny had like this big butane thing that he was trying to put underneath the house, and that did not even work. So, I'm glad that I got the water fix. I was like, I did it, haha. No, but I'm just glad to have water back, because you don't, little things like that in life, you're like, I think sometimes you can take for granted. Like, being without water is just absolutely miserable. And then our heater decides that it wants to go out. Like, it'll go on for a little bit and then shut off, so it needs like a new breaker. So the little portable heaters that we have work at night, but If we didn't have those, we'd be freezing our butts off. So while I haven't been doing videos, I've been watching your guys' videos. And I've been enjoying those. And when I was watching one of the YouTube videos, I came across Bonnie and Clyde, like the advertisement, and I'm like, ooh, I really want to watch it because I love like old history. I love like murder cases and stuff like that. That stuff really intrigues me. So I watched the first part of it. It was a mini series, so there was 2 hours. It was a 4-hour movie basically, and it was really good. They got the actors really good. Like, I compared pictures. They got the actors down really good. It was good acting. It was just really good altogether. I'm going to use my Benefit Erase Paste. It starts out with Bonnie Parker already, you know, getting married, and Clyde goes to the wedding and sees her, and her old husband, they get divorced because I can't remember why. But anyways, Bonnie Parker always wanted to be a part of the movies, and you know, she kind of just wanted, you know, the attention on her. So Columbia Pictures denied her photos and sent them back to her, and she had like this fit and like an anxiety fit, and her mom's like, it's okay, honey, you know, you'll get your part someday. And then Clyde shows up at her door after finding out that she's divorced and asks her out on a date. So anyways, after she gets infatuated with him, I can't remember how they got into the crime, but she broke into one of the journalists' house, and the lady who writes, you know, about Bonnie and Clyde, and she's like, why don't you have my name in here? Because she really wants to be known, right? And she has a gun with her, and she's like, if you want to know what's right, you better put my name in that paper. And the journalist was like, please just leave. And Bonnie did. So they did have help. It wasn't just Bonnie and Clyde. They did have help. So they hired this one guy to help. And I just got a message. Anyways, they got help, and they were robbing banks, but they weren't killing people yet. And when they did kill somebody, it was on them. When actuality, it was the guy their helper who killed them. And the journalist was making it really glamorous, like it was a glamorous thing that they were doing. Okay, I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had to do a little Google hangout with a couple of my friends. But where was I with the Bonnie and Clyde? Was she, yeah, she was really infatuated with Clyde, but she wanted to be like the star of it all, you know, she wanted to be in charge. And then it had, you know, the deputy who was trying to find them, and he got his brother involved, Clyde did, and his brother ends up, you know, dying. And his wife, Blanche, got involved, and she was portrayed as this little sweetheart, you know, not really wanting to get involved, but loved her husband so much. But the news made it seem like it was kind of like a glamorous thing, until people started actually getting hurt. Like on Christmas Day, they went to go steal a car, and they ended up killing a man, and the children saw it, and it was just like, everyone was like, Clyde, you didn't have to do that. And Bonnie was like, but didn't you guys see he had a gun? He didn't have a gun. But yeah, it's a real good movie. It still might be on like Lifetime, A&E, and the History Channel, or on demand. It's on demand till today. So, and this is just Hoola bronzer. Have a little indent from my glasses. And how the movie ended was, you know, they were so deep into it that they couldn't get out, you know. So, they were staying with somebody. I'm going to put on this ambient powder. And Clyde knew that the guy was wanted a reward. And, because he overheard him on the phone. So Clyde knew that they were in over their heads. They left and everything. But then Clyde kind of wanted it to be done and over with. And so he called up that guy and said, can I come over and stay? And he never told Bonnie. And the guy was like, yeah. So the guy called the authorities. And he was holding Bonnie's hand saying, Bonnie, I love you. And you could tell something wasn't right in her eyes. Like she knew something was funky was going to happen. And then as they're driving, the guy nods his head when he sees them coming, and they don't stop shooting. I mean, they just go, because, you know, they shot deputies, they shot a whole bunch of people, so they got them going. But if you can check that movie out, it's if you like history and stuff like that, you know, it's really good. And I even looked up what makeup they used on Bonnie. They used the NARS Orgasm Illuminator, Shalacante, I think it is, foundation. And they actually tried to find the real lipstick of what Bonnie used. But they called all the museums and everything, and they couldn't find it. So they had to come up with what kind of reds they used back then to kind of replicate it. So I thought that was kind of neat that they did that. And then 50,000 people went to go see Bonnie's body, went to her funeral. 40,000 people went to go see Clyde, which I think was crazy. So yeah, that was the ambient powder that I just put on. I really like it. That's really nice. And I let that foundation sit a little bit, and I like it. It kind of adjusts to your skin, so I like it a lot. I'm going to be using my Naked palette, of course, the Naked 3. I can't resist. What should I put on? I think I want to put Perky on from MAC. And then there's a Maybelline one that's the pink one. Do I have that one? Inked in pink. Now here's Inked in Pink, which is rosy. And then this one's more brighter. Kind of want to see what the brighter one will do. But anyways, I was talking to my friends, and we were showing each other our Naked palettes and what flaws they had in them. My girlfriend, her black heart just fell out of the pan. You know, they must have kind of rushed it a little bit for Christmas and stuff like that. And I noticed in my palette that that they're not like neatly organized. They're a little bit crooked, or look like they're about to fall out. I mean, for a palette that's, you know, $52 plus tax, you'd hope to be getting good quality, because, you know, the Naked 2 compared, like, and the Naked 1, everything is set really neatly, but in this one it's not, and it's kind of strange. And I was like, dang, like they didn't even glue in her black heart very well, and it just popped out. And one of my colors looks like it's gonna do the same thing, like I could literally just pop it out. So I hope it stays in place. But the colors are really pretty. So that was Perky from MAC. Okay, so for my crease, I'm going to start out with my crease, and I'm going to go into the fourth color called Limit. And that's one of the matte ones. And I'm just going to take a blendy brush, 224. And, oh, that's pretty. It goes well with the pink base. That's really nice. Maybe when the other palettes come out, they might be more intact. I don't know. And oh, there's this other show on, I think it's A&E or the Sci-Fi Channel, where it's a place in Vegas where they do airbrush art, like full-on costumes, and they did one a zombie wedding and lingerie, and they're completely naked, but it looks like they're wearing clothes. It's a really cool show. I can't think of the name. If I can find out what it's called, I'll put it like in an annotation. If I can't find it, then I'm sorry, but it's on one of those channels. But it was really good. Okay, so now I'm going to take, I think I'm going to take the color Factory and put that kind of in the outer corner. That's nice too. And then just blend that in. If you guys want me to do like a comparison of the Naked 2 to this palette, I'll be glad to do that, or the Lorac palette, but Laura, she already did one, and hers was really good. She did one with the Lorac unzipped compared to this, and they are completely different. The only color that I don't think is the best in here so far is Dust, and that's the perfect name for it because it literally is dust when you apply it. It's like, what? Okay, so I'm going to take a little bit of Factory and put that on my lower lash line. Oops, just grabbed mugshot. Yeah, I thought of Bonnie and Clyde when I saw a mugshot. But other than that, I've just been at home, not doing much since there was no water. So now I'm going to take the first color in the palette called Strange, and I'm going to use that as my brow bone highlight. I like this color. It's like a nice cream color. And I'll put a little bit of dust in the outer corner or inner corner. Yeah, it's dusty, but I'm happy with it. It's a good palette. Well, before I do my eyeliner, I think I'm going to try the Anastasia Brow. Haven't tried this one yet, so let's see how this works. The color is good so far. Fills in really nice. I'm so used to using my makeup forever that it's like hard to go back to a pencil. Like I forget how to do it. So for eyeliner, I'm going to use the NARS Boneparte and just do my waterline. The neighbors, if you can hear that, I don't know what they're doing. Banging things around outside. And then I'm going to try this Stila Stay All Day Waterproof Liquid Liner. That has a really nice point to it. Now I'm just going to wing it just a little bit. Feels so nice to put makeup on. When you haven't done it in a while. One thing I'm noticing is that Strange is kind of patchy on my eyelid or on my brow bone. Maybe I just didn't put enough on. Let's see. No, did I ruin that? Okay. It felt weird putting it back in its cap. That was odd. Okay. Now I'm going to put some more Strange on because this is just Strange. Okay, that's better. I think I had just missed a spot. Yeah. For blush, of course, I'm using the Christian Dior Rosey Glow. I gotta see what this is about. So pretty. Oh, that's a really pretty color. I forgot to put on my YSL. Oh my goodness. The Touche Eclat or Radiant Rose. I never forget those. I'm out of it. Well, that's nice blush. It does give you a rosy glow. Okay, so now it's time for mascara. Okay, so for lips, I'm going to be using this Essence lip liner in Soft Ivory. I really like Essence lip liners, they're creamy. And then I'm going to try for the very first time the YSL Rouge Philippe #1. So, oh, it goes on so smooth. And it smells like a perfume. Not like Chanel or Dior, but like a citrusy perfume. I actually kind of like it. Like the smell of it, you know, it doesn't smell old lady-ish. Old great grandma from the 1800s. Okay, so that is it, you guys. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you subscribe if you're new. Hello, I'm glad to have you. And follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. I'll have the links below. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye! Mwah.